Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a remarkably multifaceted leader who has seamlessly blended the analytical precision of law and the deep passion of mental health care. She began her career as an attorney at law at one of India's premier corporate law firms, Luthra and Luthra in New Delhi, after graduating from Kerala Law Academy. However, driven by a profound passion for the human mind, she transitioned into psychology, earning her master's and an MPhil, where she pioneered unique research combining both her worlds, focusing on forensic psychology in economic offenders. Today, she has over 14 years of rich experience in the field. She's a certified mindfulness trainer, a published writer, a regular face on television and radio, and the founder and managing director of Mindport Health Corp, who are our presenting sponsors. Through Mindport, she revolutionized mental health delivery in Trivandrum by introducing the city's first ever comprehensive interdisciplinary inclusive therapy clinic under one roof, which today has expanded into residential inpatient care at the Mindport Care Villa. She's also a fierce champion for societal good as the founder of Agents of Hope, a registered NGO dedicated to education, healthcare, and women's empowerment. Can we please give Mrs. Shaarika Menon the loudest round of applause, the person behind Mindport Health Corp.
Yeah, I'll take that. Just waiting for the presentation to start. You know, there are a lot of us who display a lot of symptoms. We don't know what that comes from, where it comes from. We are unable to put our finger on it. So there is a certain kind of silent crisis. So we just want to take you through a few scenarios. Madhumita, may we have you play the video, please? Is the video playing?
Arun leads a successful company and is respected by his team, trusted by his clients. His family thinks he's unstoppable, but they miss the fact that there are weeks when ideas arrive faster than he can process them. He makes impulsive decisions, has sleepless nights, and then without warning comes the crash. Getting out of bed feels impossible. Simple conversations become exhausting. He isn't lazy or weak. He's living with bipolar disorder.
Okay, I have no idea what's happening. Right.
Someone offered him something just to try for fun. And soon, life revolved around the next escape. Because he wanted to fit in. His parents blamed themselves. His teachers blamed his friends. His friends disappeared. Addiction often begins with inherent trauma and only then leads to bad choices.
These are just three scenarios.
Every morning, Maya arrives at work on time. She smiles, replies to emails, meets deadlines, and checks on everyone else. At night, she cries without knowing why. She has stopped enjoying the things she once loved. She isn't seeking attention or being negative. She is fighting a battle that depression hides remarkably well. Many times, depression goes undetected because the internal, invisible turmoil does not match the functional exterior.
I hope many of you would resonate with either one of these symptoms, either for yourselves or with a loved one or a neighbor. So I just want you to take a look of what happens. This is where different lives and one common need. Different ages, different backgrounds, different struggles, each one needed exactly the same thing, and which is why someone who understood without judgment, real care, real expertise, real hope, offering evidence-backed healing and not just an unverified opinion. And this is where Mindport Care Villa steps in. I want to introduce Mindport Care Villa, the South Kerala's first 30-bedded mental health, mental wellness hospital right here in Trivandrum. So why Mindport Care Villa is something like that I would like to introduce to you. We started 8 years back with and being the first standalone clinic with just 2 people, and now it has grown multifolds, and soon we will be 60 to 65 strong, staffed mental health professionals right under one roof. We started Mindport as an interdisciplinary under one roof where psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, consultant psychologists, and psychiatric social workers all healed a person together. Because you cannot do just in one space. It has to have other mental professionals to help you. So I would just like to show you something so that I can introduce you to the space. Good morning, BNI. I'm Shaarika Menon and the founder of Mindport Care Villa. We are presenting this year's Mesmerize 2026, and we are so happy and proud to associate with this. Mindport is happy to introduce Mindport Care Villa, Kerala's first ever luxury. Now, as you saw these images, I hope you caught at least some of it. You would have seen that the spaces look different than what we technically and historically think of how mental health spaces would look like, or psychiatric wellness centers might look like. Which is why we have created Mindport Care Villa, where everything is designed intentionally. We make sure, because recovery does not happen at a therapist's room. It happens when there's the environment, and when there is routine, there is safety, there is connection, and there is consistency. Without this, I don't think anywhere recovery can happen. The spaces you see designed here is helpful, where you can reduce stress. We encourage the kind of reflection. We support therapeutic engagement and create a sense of dignity. Now, dignity is a word. Dignity is something that I would like to focus on in Care Villa, because when you step in, you are not just a diagnosis for us. We make sure that we want to restore you fully into life, where we integrate you into the society back. Because you've come with something where you thought that a part of you is not functioning the way that you had before, or where you thought that the absolute output that you wanted, the functionality that you thought you experienced a long time back is not happening. That is exactly where Mindport wants to step in, where everything is clinical based. We make sure that all the practices are evidence-based and based on the core psychiatric and psychotherapeutic values, but we also integrate mindfulness therapies, yoga, and a lot of other aspects which actually help and aid in your wellness and recovery. It is a multidisciplinary team, because we believe that just medicines don't work. You require support, family support. That is very, very important. You require family to be with you. So these are our spaces, where sometimes through a conversation, other times through medication and movement, and sometimes when you need the most silence. We let you be. We do not make you do things all the time, but this is how we handhold you. These are the purpose, these are the therapeutic spaces. And none of these spaces are created for you where you feel like you are in a clinical space. The spaces that we have created for you will make you feel that you're at home, but there is always professionals at hand who guide you. These are our expert-oriented recovery care center where there is clinical leadership of doctors, clinical psychologists, our therapeutic and operation support. Why we need operation support, or this is a two-wing solution, treatment and transition, which create transformative recovery. And this is residential healing. When you come to us, there is just one point where you need to call and everything else is taken care of. Because I believe that mental health is something that all of us deal with. Even today, I'm extremely stressed because Mindport is eventually going to get inaugurated on July 14th, and the Chief Minister is coming to inaugurate the place. K.K. Chetan പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ പിടിയുണ്ടായിട്ടല്ല, പക്ഷേ ഇരുന്നിരുന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുത്ത 2 വർഷത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരുപാട് ഡിലേക്ക് ശേഷം ആണ് ഈ ഒരു ദിവസം ഉണ്ടായത്. Thankfully, we got the leader and the top person to come to inaugurate us and start us ahead. So, Mindport is a 30-bed residential space, the first of its kind in Kerala, the first in South Kerala to do VR therapy, in Kerala to do virtual reality therapy, where OCD phobias are taken care of. What happens is that usually in other places, there are families who don't know where to go. Sometimes you may have a problem. You don't know, should I go to a psychiatrist? Should I go to a psychologist? What is it that I must do? Mindport is the space for you where we guide you exactly, bringing everything under a roof. So when we do that, you don't have to go to 500 different places. You just have to come to one place and everything is sorted. We have a dedicated pharmacy which takes care of all medical needs. We have dedicated OP systems where outpatients can come from a different entry. You don't have to, there's no mingling. Confidentiality is one major cornerstone of Mindport, where even if you come to me, a lot of people in BNI have given me referrals, but let me tell you that I do not let any word, even a breath, let out. I do not say hi to you unless you want to say hi to me. And because that's exactly the cornerstone of how we protect your identity and the confidentiality of every person who walks in. So evidence-based therapies, because recovery is based on science. And science is what really gets the connections, and that's exactly what gives you the results. Mindfulness, yoga, and nutrition. Mindport Care Villa, we plan integrated, we plan reintegration simultaneously into the society. So we help you thrive in your daily life. So I just want to ask you, this is like a specific ask to you. If you see anyone, it could be a friend, a neighbor, a relative of yours, a child, someone that you see who's struggling, who's not functioning like they did before. And I would like you to see that this is where one referral can actually save a life. So this is my specific ask to you. So let's partner in wellness together. We can help high performance not just recover, but return stronger. Because as Ranjini started us out, said that we are risk takers. We are all risk takers. That's very, very true. And we do function well. In our Monarchs chapter, every day I tell them about high functioning depression. Some of us may go through corporate burnout. Corporate burnout is something that we are offering at Mindport, short stay rejuvenation packages. So I want you to see mental health as different, not like how we have been traditionally seeing. It is not a space where you have to go and somebody is going to label you. No. You come there, you have short stays, corporates coming out, you're burnt out, you're stressed out, you want to come. നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? 2 ദിവസം ഏതെങ്കിലും റിസോർട്ട് ബുക്ക് ചെയ്ത്, രണ്ടെണ്ണം അടിച്ച് ഒന്ന് കൈകൊട്ടി ചിരിച്ച് ഇങ്ങ് തിരിച്ചു പോരും, just to come back to the same space. Try that 2 days at Mindport. I just urge you to see what the difference it makes with professionals at hand. Because we help you thrive back, integrating you back to society, making you see that what is the best in you restores back. Now, I just want, that is Mindport for you. I would like to stop this here. I would like to share my gratitude, my brothers and sisters of Monarchs. who stand by me through thick and thin, always encouraging, always in my corner. Mindport Care Villa was started, almost 80% of it has been done by monarchs. A lot of them right here, a lot of them from BNI, other chapters. And I really want to give my gratitude to Vikas for starting this out. Vikas, he is going to be present as we get inaugurated on the July 14th, and he will be present to support me and, of course, all of you, many of you. So I take this opportunity to thank all of you. Thank you for the attention. Not everything that I prepared, I wanted to say, I have said here, but because there have been technical glitches, but I hope that mental health and what it can do, the face of mental health does not need to be how you have envisaged many, many years back. Things are changing, and Mindport is the first change in Trivandrum trying to bring that to you. We have our stall here. If you are interested to understand if you are stressed at any point of time, you can check your stress, your anxiety, your depression scale right there at our site. It is given to you in your mobile phones. You just have to create a score. A lot of chapter members, other chapter members have tried, and they have told me that their perceived stress is extremely high. So if that is so, then please come and meet a professional. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Can we give Shaarika a round of applause, not just for her speech today and telling us about the amazing new venture that she started. Can we give Shaarika the loudest round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Mrs. Shaarika Menon, the person behind Mindport Health Corp, our presenting sponsor.